So 3 space.
No.
Alright everybody, we're going to do another game of BigJon's PC version of Card Sharks, in which Daniel Monahan requests to do another game, which I absolutely accept. And for his challenger, we're going to have somebody who we had just recently. Yep, we've got, you see him right there, Cameron. Go ahead and say hi, Cameron.
In the hopes I can break my losing streak.
Well, we'll see. In the meantime, Cameron, go ahead and say hi.
Alright, let's get it started.
Let's get it started, he says. Alright, I'm not going to make them wait another second. BigJon's PC Card Sharks, where is that? Oh, it's right there. Okay. Alright. Daniel will take that spot. Cameron is in the challenger spot. There's no W in his name. Here we go. And of course, Daniel knows how to play Card Sharks. Cameron, you know how to play too, because I've had you play this game on my channel before.
Yes, sirree.
So here we go. Daniel, I'm going to give you the first question.
Alright.
We asked 100 plumbers, do you own a Rolls Royce? How many of those plumbers said they do own a Rolls Royce?
69!
I knew you were going to go there. Alright, Cameron, do you think that's higher or lower?
Definitely lower. Rolls Royce are considered to be very expensive cars.
Very much so. Alright, let's see how many of those plumbers do own a Rolls Royce. Only 2 of them! Only 2, alright.
See? Very expensive car.
Very expensive, you're right. And Cameron, you got yourself a base card of a queen.
Alright, lower.
Lower it is. It's a 4.
Alright, higher.
Higher than a 4. It's a king.
Freeze.
You're gonna freeze on the king?
I believe I will.
Alright, you're gonna freeze on the king. Alright. Kind of surprised me there, but if that's what you want, that's what we'll do nonetheless. Alright. Now, Cameron, we asked 100 married women in Japan, did you live with your husband before you married him? How many of those women in Japan said they lived with their husband before she married him?
Considering the customs and how relationships work in Japan, I'd say it's a pretty low number, like 16 at the most.
16? Alright. Daniel, do you want to go higher or lower than 16?
It may be kind of weird, but I think I'm going to go a little bit higher.
A little bit higher, alright. How many of those married women in Japan lived with their husband before they married him? Oh, once again, the answer is 2. Only 2. Now, Cameron, that kind of surprised me there as well. But you have a base card of a king, Cameron.
Alright, lower.
Alright. Lower than a king. It's a 5.
Freeze.
Okay, you're going to freeze on the 5. Alright, putting you 1 card away from the match. And Daniel, it's your turn to answer a question. We asked 100 bachelors, do you want a marriage just like your parents? How many of those bachelors said they do?
I'm sorry, what's the question?
How many of 100 bachelors say they want a marriage just like their parents?
Well, if they wanted a happy marriage just like their parents, I think it's gonna be somewhere in the middle number. About 60.
60 of them? Alright. Cameron, do you think that's higher or lower?
I'd say it'd be down there or up there, so I'd say lower.
A little lower? Alright. The right answer, I hope it's not 2 again. Oh, it's not low. Oh, it's not 2. That's what I meant. The answer's not 2. Daniel, if you had gone exactly up the middle with 50, you would have had it. The answer was 50. So, Cameron, you have a base card of a 5. What do you want to do?
Alright.
Did you say higher? Did you say higher?
Yes.
Okay, sorry, you're breaking out there for a second. Okay, for the first game of the match. Is it higher? It's a jack, you got it. Alright, so Cameron, you got the first game there. Daniel, you're going to need this one to tie up the match. Alright, now Cameron, I'm going to give you the first question this time. Alright, so Cameron, here's your question. It's actually a trivia question. What's the minimum age of a criminal in which the FBI would declare harmless?
18.
18.
I know that for a fact.
18, alright. Daniel, do you believe that's higher or lower?
It's got to be a little bit higher, because I think 18 is just too young.
Alright, well, let's find out the right answer. It's 80! You got it, Daniel. It's 80. And for the first time this match, Daniel, you get to play your cards, and you have a base card of a 6.
A 6?
Yes.
Change that card.
You'd like to change the 6? Okay, very well. When you win the question, you can change the base card. You now have a little bit of a better card. You got a jack.
Ooh, lower.
Lower than a jack. We got a 7.
7. Higher.
Okay, you're going to take a chance. Go higher than a 7. It's an 8. You're right up the middle. Yeah, an 8. You're right up the middle with 8.
Freeze.
Alright, freezing on that card. Not giving Cameron a chance to play his. Alright? But I'm going to give you a question, Daniel. Are you ready? We asked 100 teenagers in Beverly Hills, are you a millionaire in your own right? How many of those teenagers in Beverly Hills said they are a millionaire in their own right?
Well, I think it's going to be about 40.
40? Okay. Cameron, higher or lower?
Considering the number of celebrities in Beverly Hills, I'd say lower.
Lower? Okay. Let's find out. The right answer? Only 3. Wow. 3 of them. Another low answer. Cameron, you got yourself a base card of a 5.
Alright, higher.
Higher than a 5. It's a king.
Lower.
Okay, gonna risk it. Lower than a king. Oh! An ace had to come up at the wrong time. Ouch. Okay, well, Daniel, you have a free shot at that 8. You have to play it off.
Okay, I got the 8s to play off. Higher.
Higher than an 8. Oh, a 7. Ouch. Alright, well, Cameron, I'm going to move over to you. That was not easy. Okay, Cameron, we asked 100 men over the age of 40. Could you still zip up a pair of pants that you wore when you were 30? How many of those men said they could?
I'd say right in the middle, 50.
50? Alright. Daniel, do you want to go higher or lower than 50?
I think it's lower.
Think it's lower? Alright. Let's find out who's right in this one. It is... Oh, it was higher. 61. Alright, well, Cameron, you have a free shot at that 5.
What was my base card?
You got a 5.
5.
Alright, higher.
Higher than a 5, okay. It's an 8. You're right up the middle.
Higher again.
Gonna risk it. Higher than an 8. It's a king!
Alright, lower.
Gonna risk it. Lower than a king. It's a jack!
Lower again.
He's gonna take a chance for the win. Is it lower? It's a 5. You got it. Oh, Daniel. Good try, though. Good try. We'll bring you back for another game. Good try, Daniel. You'll come back for another game.
Back home.
So, Cameron, you're gonna play the money cards.
Son of a biscuit.
It was a good try, though, Daniel. It was a good try. You're gonna come back for another game, for sure. Alright, Cameron. Come on up and play the money cards.
I got nowhere close to breaking my losing streak.
Well, don't worry, Daniel. You will. I promise, you will.
Good try.
Now, I'll tell you this, Cameron. If you could double all the way in money cards, you could win $78,400. Boy, would we love to do that. And just to make it this far, we'll give you a joker.
Let's see how this goes. Let's get this party started.
You got it. I'm going to give you $500. And remember, you get 1 card change per line. And minimum bets are $50 until you get up to the big bet. We're going to start you off with $500. And you have a queen.
Alright. 200 lower.
Going to only risk $200. Lower than a queen. It's a jack. You have 700 and a jack.
Alright. Another 200 lower.
Gonna keep the same bet. $200 lower than a jack. A 10. You have $900 and a 10.
Alright. Looking pretty good.
You're doing great. Now remember, you can change that 10 if you want to.
300 for minute.
You can change cards if you want.
Alright. 10. Won't change it, so 300 lower.
Alright, now, you want to bet $300 that the next card is lower than a 10, or do you want to change it?
300 lower.
Okay, so you're going to keep the 10, and you're going to go $300 that it is lower. Let's find out if you're right. You're right! It's an 8. So we're going to move that 8 up, give you another $900 in betting money.
Which
You have
card
20,
do I have?
an 8, and you have $2,100 cash. You have an 8 staring at you in the face.
It's not a good number to work with.
Alright, change.
Alright, do you want 1, 2, or 3? This is your only card change this line.
Number 2.
Number 2. It is a number. Number 2. Get it? Alright. Let's see what your 8 turns into. Your 8's going to turn into a better card. You got a 4.
Alright, 300 higher.
Only going to risk $300. Playing it safe. Higher than a 4. And a smart move on your part because, well, you lost $300, but you got a really good card. It's a 2. You can't lose on this card. You got nothing to lose.
Alright. Alright.
You
300
won't-
higher.
Wait,
Go ahead,
did you
Daniel.
say he has a 2?
He sure does.
What?
He sure does.
I bet it all on a 2. I do.
Alright. I'm betting it all on that is higher than a 2.
Alright. I was about to say, you could still bet it all, and if it's another 2, you're not going to lose anything. So let's see. 1,800 higher than a 2. Aha! There you go. Now you have $3,600, Cameron, and you have a 6. 3,600 and a 6.
And
3,600 and a what?
A 6.
6.
Mm-hmm.
300 higher.
Okay, gonna play it safe. $300. Higher than a 6. Is he right? No. It's a 5, but that's okay. Now we're gonna move that 5 up to the big bet. You have $3,300. Now here are your options. If you decide to bet, you have to bet at least $1,650, or you can bet more than that if you want. Or you can still change the 5. It's up to you.
Alright.
Do you want to keep the 5 or do you want to play it?
Go for it.
I think I'd change it just to be safe.
Alright, I'll change the 5.
Okay, do you want to change it with
number
1 or
1.
3? Number 1?
Yes.
Okay, you're going to change the 5 with number 1. Let's see what you're going to get. Are you going to get a better card? Oh! Cameron, you got an ace! That's the best... That's the best card.
Alright, I'm going all or nothing or higher.
Whoa. Hold on.
Lower.
Did you say he has an ace?
He does.
ACE.
Uh-huh.
That ought to be lower.
Alright, all or nothing lower.
It's a good thing you said lower on this, but I will say this. If another ace pops up, you will not lose any of your money. $3,300 lower than an ace? You got it! Great job, Cameron. So, Cameron, you got yourself $6,800, but you're not finished yet because you have one chance, one opportunity to win a jackpot valued at $10,000. There are 7 cards. All you have to do is just pick one number, and if the number you pick has a $ sign behind it, you get another $10,000. But you only got one shot.
Alright.
So you just pick a number between 1 through 7.
I'm going with my lucky number 7.
You're going with lucky number 7. All right. If the $ sign is behind number 7, you can say hello to another $10,000. If it's somewhere else, then $20,000 will be in the jackpot, but we'll hope it's behind 7. So for $10,000, we want to see a $ sign behind number 7. Is it there? It is there! You got it! Wow! How did he do that?
See, 7 is my lucky number, and that's the number that I will always go with.
Well, Cameron, it sure paid off for you because you got yourself $16,800. Wow!
Welcome to the voice back home.
You want that in cash, check, or credit?
Yay!
Great job. And Daniel, don't despair, because I'm gonna...
That's how it's done.
And Daniel, don't despair. I'm gonna bring you back for another game. Oh, you know what? I have an idea. Hey, Daniel.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Daniel.
Yeah?
Would you like to have a rematch against Cameron?
Right now? Yes?
You would? Would you like to have a rematch against Cameron right now? Want to try?
How about it?
Want to try?
Yeah, I guess I could.
Alright. Because who knows? You might win this one. Let's find out. But in the meantime, like I said, Cameron, that $16,800 you won, that is yours to keep. So,
That's all.
Cameron and Daniel are going to have a rematch right here, right now. Alrighty. Just so everybody knows, the money that my players win on these game shows is not real. Alright, Cameron, I'm going to give you the first question. We asked 100 bachelors, have you had to fight off a woman's advances? How many of them said they have?
If they're popular with the ladies, I'd say it's around 80.
If they're popular with the ladies, it's around 80. Alright. What do you think, Daniel Banel? Do you want to go higher or lower?
Honestly, I think it's gonna be a little bit lower.
A little bit lower. Alright, let's find out who's right. It is... Well, it is a little bit lower. 56. So, Daniel, I'm going to give you the first crack at the cards, and you have... Oh, you're going to love this. It's an ace.
An ace?
Yep, the best card in the deck.
Then it's gotta be lower.
Gotta be lower, he says. And you're right. It's a 9.
Freeze.
You're going to freeze on that 9. Okay, not giving Cameron a chance to play his cards, but that's okay. I'm going to give you the next question, Daniel, and... Oh, Lord help me. The game is thinking of a number between 0 and 100. That infamous 1.
69!
Oh, Lord help us. Alright. Cameron, higher or lower than that?
lower.
Well, this game could go either way. You never know what this game might be thinking about. The right answer? Oh, wow. The number that the game was thinking of was 2. Wow.
Wow.
It is a number. Number 2. Get it? Now, Cameron, your base card is a 7. You can change it if you...
Base card?
It's a 7, but just remember, you can change it if you want to.
7.
It's right up the middle.
I say lower.
Or you're going to keep it and go lower. All right. Let's find out if you're right. It was a 9. Sorry. And Daniel, you have that 9. You have to play it.
Lower.
All right. I hope it is lower. It is. It's a 6.
Higher.
Higher than a 6. There you go. A king.
King?
Yep.
Lower.
Is he going to get the first game of the match?
No.
Another king? You have got to be kidding me. Ay, ay, ay. Well,
Amen.
Cameron, I'm going to give you another question. Here we go. We asked 100 women who are enlisted in the U.S. Army, have you asked the cook for a recipe that you loved eating? How many of those women enlisted in the U.S. Army said they asked the cook for a recipe that they loved eating?
I'd say 21.
21?
At
Okay.
the most.
21 at the most? All right. Daniel, what do you think?
No, I think it's got to be a little bit higher.
A little bit higher. You know how women love to cook. Let's find out who's right. Oh, Daniel, it's a little higher. 23.
Oh,
And you have a 9.
Oh, change it, please.
You got it. That 9 turns into a 10. A little better.
lower.
All right. Lower than a 10.
No.
Ah, doggone it. It's a king. Doggone it. Cameron, you have to play off your 7.
All right, higher.
All right. Going with the odds this time higher, and it's another 7. Well, now we're at sudden death. I'm serious. Now we're at sudden death. Somebody has to win on this play of the cards. And Daniel, this is your question. We asked 100 pregnant women, would you agree to let CBS film your child's birth? How many of those pregnant women said they would agree to let CBS film their child's birth?
Well, that thing doesn't usually happen, so it's got to be a low number, around 15.
I think that would only happen in the movies. Cameron, what do you think? Higher or lower?
Definitely lower.
Definitely lower? All right. Let's find out who's right. The right answer is... Oh, it's higher, 38. Okay, now, Daniel, here's the situation you find yourself in. You have a base card of a 10, and you need 3 cards to win. Cameron has a base card of a 7. He needs all 4. You have the power to play off the 10 or change it, but if you make one mistake, Cameron will win. You can pass it over to Cameron. If he makes one mistake, you got the first game. It's up to you. What do you want to do?
Try to catch me, Cameron.
All right. Cameron, he's passing it to you. You have to play off your 7.
All right, higher.
Higher than a 7. It's a king.
Lower.
Lower than a king. It's a 4.
Higher.
Higher than a 4. It's a 5.
Higher again.
For the first game of the match. Is it higher? It's a jack. You got the first game, Cameron. All right, so Daniel, once again, you're going to need this one to stick around. All right. Cameron, I'll give you the first question. All right, producer, thank you for the questions. Let's see what we have. This is a trivia question, Cameron. What percentage of automobiles manufactured 10 years ago are still on the road today?
If it was produced 10 years ago, at this rate, I'd say it's around 84%.
84%, okay. Daniel, what do you think?
Lower.
You're going to think lower, all right? Let's find out who's right. Only 7%. Wow. Okay, Daniel. You got a good base card of a queen.
A queen?
Yes.
Lower.
Lower than a queen. And it is. It's a 9.
Oh, man. That's definitely 9.
I know.
Freeze.
Okay. Freezing on the 9. Good strategy on your part. Now I'm going to give you a question. And it's another trivia question. In U.S. dollars, what was the average salary per month for a Russian recruit in the 1980s?
$35.
All right. Higher or lower, Cam?
Ooh. Considering how much Russians are paid nowadays, I'd say lower.
Okay. Let's find out the right answer. It's 51. It's higher. So, Daniel, you got it. You have that 9.
Changed it!
I gladly will. I gladly will. That 9 is a much better card. A king.
A king!
Yes.
Yes! Lower!
Lower than a king. Please be lower. And it is. It's a 7.
And this one. Higher!
Gonna risk it. Is he right? Higher than a 7? It's a 10.
Lower!
Gonna risk it. For a tie game. Is he right?
No.
Oh, a jack! Oh!
Man!
My next question is, who is dealing these cards? But nonetheless, we have to move over to Cameron. And Cameron, you have to play off this card. It is a 9.
Alright. Lower.
Lower than a 9. It's a 5.
Higher!
Higher than a 5. It's a king. Lower than a king. It's a jack.
Lower again.
For another win. Is it lower? It's a 9. You got it. Wow. 2 for 2, Cam. But Daniel, you did another nice try nonetheless. You did a good job.
Good job, Daniel. Good job,
Looks like I'm getting another call, but I will get back to them in a minute. Because in the meantime, Cameron, you have the money cards to deal with, which you won nearly $7,000 last time.
Hey, that 7 was my lucky number, so I always go with my lucky number.
Well, there you go. And if you double all the way here, Cameron, you could win as much as $51,200.
Alright.
So, Cameron, we're going to start you off with $300, and you have a base card. Remember, you get 1 card change per line. You have $300, and it's your lucky number, 7.
Oh, 7. 204 higher.
200 higher, okay. It's a jack. $500 and a jack.
200 again, lower.
200 again, lower than a jack. You got a 10. 700 and a 10.
If you're uncomfortable with the card, you can change it.
Let's see here. Another 200 for lower.
Gonna keep the 10, $200 lower than a 10. It's a 9, okay? So we're gonna move that 9 up to the second row, give you $800 more in betting money. You have $1,700 and a 9. Remember, you can change it.
Alright. My best bet is to change the 9 to card number 3.
Change the 9 with card number 3, you got it. And let's see if you get a better card this time. Your 9 is a 4, a better card.
Alright.
You got a better card.
300 for higher.
Okay, gonna take a small bet, $300 higher than a 4. It's an 8. You're right up the middle with an 8. And you have $2,000.
Let's see here.
Think about this carefully.
200 for lower.
Okay, smart move. $200 lower than an 8. And a good strategy on your part too, because it was a 9. You have $1,800 and a 9. Again, think about this carefully.
Let's try this again. 200 for lower.
Okay, $200 lower than a 9. It's a 4, okay? So we're going to move that 4 up to the big bet. You have $2,000 in betting money and a 4. You can keep the card, you can play it off, or you can change it, but if you decide to play it, you have to bet at least $1,000.
Let's see here. What's my starting card?
A 4.
Alright.
It's a good card.
No, I'm going for it. I'm betting 1,000 or higher.
Gonna bet half of it. $1,000, higher than a 4. Oh, a good thing you only went half. It was a 3. So that $1,200 this game puts you at $18,000. But Cameron, you won $10,000 the last time you did the bonus Joker game, and you could do it again right here. You know the drill, so I'm gonna let you pick your lucky number, or whatever number you want to pick, 1 through 7. What do you want to do?
I always am going for number 7.
You're always going for number 7. Okay, now this is your only chance to win another $10,000 jackpot. Are you confirming you want to go with 7? Because it might be somewhere else.
I'm sure about it.
All right,
I've
Cameron.
done it once, I can do it again.
All right, I'll take your word on it, and I hope you're right. 7 was lucky to you last time. Will it be deja vu? Not this time, Cameron. You should have gone with number 3. Number 3, but
At least it worked once.
that's okay. You still won $18,000 so far, and you will play another game soon. And we'll see you all for that next video coming soon. Catch you later, peeps.
Yippee-doo!